Hello, hello. Okay, so the arena is going to begin. So I am getting the first game to play as black, where my opponent is playing as white. Let's see which opening he choose. So he go with the king's pawn opening, and we go with French defense with e6. Preparing for d5, so he go with f4. So in this position, we choose to take d5, attacking the center, and this is white's turn where white go with e5. So we choose to go with g5 and attack towards this pawn. Now the g5 pawn supported by our queen. This means he captures it, so we also eliminate the pawn, and he go with knight f3. We take the queen behind to d8, and then he go with d4. So we go with c5 and attack the center with the bishop helping in defending the pawn. We take the knight to c6 and support it, where white's turn and white go with bishop b5. We go with bishop d7 and erase that pin, such that this is white's turn and white go with castling. So we choose to capture the central pawn, where white can also eliminate it back from the pawn, and then we take this queen outside attacking the bishop and this pawn. So if he captures, and that's what happened, we can erase this pawn. We capture it back from the bishop, and then this is white's turn. He can begin easily with this development, that is knight to c3. Otherwise, that's his choice. So he go with knight over here, trying to attack like this. So in this position, we choose to take the knight h6 in securing this pawn, and we need to lock castle immediately in order to secure our position. Otherwise, it may create our first position. So white's turn, since white is thinking for the move, let's see how he responds. In the meantime, we are having a lot of plans like bishop g7 in capturing this pawn. First of all, we need to lock castle, and then we can have some plans like bishop g7. Now bishop g7 will capture this pawn because this is a pin. So this will be an advantage. We can play bishop g7 and attack this pawn. So white is thinking for the move over here. Let's see how he responds. And in this position, maybe he is thinking for the queen coming out. That's something that I thought. He go with bishop over here, giving this pawn. So we choose to eliminate the pawn. Queen take b2 and attack this rook. Ultimately, he take the knight there. So we choose to take this queen to c3 and add an attacker to the bishop. Ultimately, we will try attacking this pawn at the same time. Now let's see what he responds. White's turn and white is thinking for the move over here. He go with queen x5 and then we eliminate this bishop giving check where white go with the king. Okay, so he go with this. We'll choose to eliminate this. Okay, so knight takes on it is going to be the next move where I can not long castle. If I eliminate this, the knight will eliminate this pawn where I'll go with rook here, then he can eliminate this, making the checks possible. So this is going to be a dangerous position. We'll go with long castling, ignoring his knight. And now this is white's turn. White can go with this, knight taking on the pawn. Okay, you go with knight b3, securing the knight, where we choose to take this knight off there. If I take this knight there, the knight can eliminate the pawn. So we need to look on it. We go with bishop b5 and first attack this rook, making this rook to be moved somewhere. And this is white's turn. Since white is thinking for the move, let's see how he responds. Rook f7 giving check. We go with king b8, and then white's turn. So white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Now in this position, we can figure out for some options. We go with knight take f7. Then that's cool. We also eliminate it. And then take the bishop a3 and add an attacker to the rook. So now this is white's turn, where white is thinking. We are attacking towards this rook. Let's see what he responds. Okay, so he go with queen c7 check. We go with king a8. So now once again white to play, and white can figure out for some like this, knight a5 attacking this pawn. So knight a5 can be the possible response in this position. And if he tries knight a5, then we can place this rook here, where I can secure our position. So once again, 6 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. You go with knight c5 like this and attacking this pawn. So in this position, we'll go with bishop capturing. Okay, we eliminate this knight, where white eliminated back from the rook or the queen. That's his choice. Capturing back from the queen will help. Okay, go with rook takes c5, attacking the bishop. And then we go with the bishop c6, blocking this connection. So this is white's turn. We can easily attack this pawn in the upcoming move and attack this rook. In fact, both the rooks. We can even take this rook here and add an attacker towards this pawn. So we are having a lot of attacking options. Now white is thinking where he go with rook takes c6. So we eliminate it back. Queen eliminates, king goes there, and then rook check. The king cannot move. So this is an easy win for white. Okay, so we resign this game. Alright, we look for another game, and this time So we are playing as white, where we go with e4, such that black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Now let's see how he responds. So we continue with t4 and then comes f5, the touch defense. We take the bishop g5, where this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He go with d5. We'll choose to take knight to d2, and this is black's turn. Black go with x6. Bishop goes back. You go with this. We'll take this back. Trapping. We'll go with this. Okay. So we immediately go with bishop e3. Knight f6. We go with f4, making way for the bishop to go back. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. We go with c5. We play c3 and secure this pawn. Knight comes to c6. Knight goes to f3, making the pawn to be secure. Where black is thinking for the move, he can try this e6, where we go with bishop f2, securing our bishop, and then take the knight to e5. Taking the pieces towards the center is a very big tactic, so we'll go with this. If he eliminate, he does not, so we go with knight df3 and add a supporter to this. Ultimately, we'll continue with capturing. Okay, so we first eliminate this knight, where black's turn and black eliminate. We eliminate the pawn and attack the bishop, such that he eliminates our pawn, and then we go with e3 and add an attacker to the bishop, such that he can take the bishop behind. So you go with bishop c7, we take the bishop to d3, preparing for castling. Hi Martin, welcome to my channel. So this is black's turn, where black go with e5. So we respond with, okay, now in this position, we'll take this knight behind to d2. Hi Mahin, welcome to my channel. We take the knight d2. If we try something like this, e4, we can take the bishop behind to e2 for controlling this diagonal. Once again, black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. He go with f4. We choose to eliminate the pawn and then choose to castle, because king safety is very important. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with a3, e3. So we take the bishop x4 and add an attacker to this bishop. We eliminate this. He can go with this, trying to attack like this. Okay, so this is he go with queen c7. We take this bishop behind g3, trying to make it a more massive attack. So black's turn, where black is thinking for the move, having 8 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. We go with queen to a5, where we capture this pawn, allowing this to be captured, and then go with the king h1, where black's turn and black is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. We go with rook to e8 and we take this rook, doubling up of rook, supporting attacking this file. Now let's see. Black's turn and black is thinking. he go with rook to e5, where we begin with this b4 and attack this queen. So now attacking the queen, thus he take the queen behind, and then we go with rook takes, then rook will take it, bishop will take this, rook will take, queen will take. Position will become equal. So this means rook takes on it is not going to benefit. Thus we continue with rook to rook h4. We can take the bishop and that's the free bishop. Okay, so black's turn, where black is having a free bishop. He can eliminate this. So black is having a very nice scope in attacking this bishop, and he does. We go with queen d4, making a an attack like this. So this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds on here. He go with knight to e4. Then in this position, he is figuring out for rook trace like this. We take the rook to g1. He can try knight checks. Okay, knight capturing this. We eliminate it back and secure the rook. Ultimately, black's thinks for the move. Let's see what he responds. We choose to double up the rooks, where we choose to eliminate the pawn for the checks like this. Okay, so black's turn, and black go with queen f8. We eliminate this bishop and add an attacker to this pawn. Let's see how black responds over here. So this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. In this position, he can try this. Alright, he go with queen over here. We eliminate the pawn. He choose to eliminate this pawn. We eliminate this pawn, giving check. And now we are creating some forcing moves, where we go with, okay, so we choose to take this rook behind to h2, securing this. We have this pawn, we can use this to be pushed further and promote to a queen and tackle out towards black. So black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. And if you want to play against me, you can join this tournament. Okay, rook take a2 was the response, where we continue with b5, preparing for pushing the pawn more and more further. So black's turn. Black can capture up this pawn, where we can push this forward. Like we will not stop pushing this pawn forward, we'll just continuously push this. So this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. We go with rook a5. We go with queen d8 check and winning the rook. So black can resign the game, or he may continue. That's his choice. Okay, 5 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, where he resigns the game. So we look for another game, where this time we are playing as black, such that white continues the game with d4. We take the knight f6, preparing for g6. The king's Indian, so he go with bishop f4. We go with d6, and then take the bishop to f5, such that he go with knight f3. We take knight bd7, and then white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. bishop can come out, knight can come out. There are a lot of options. Even c4, that's his choice. Okay. So this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Actually, this is a simple position where white is thinking. But let's see what he responds. We go with c4, where we choose to play g6 for bishop g7 castling. Hi, the new era of chess. Welcome to my channel. x3, we go with bishop g7, preparing for castling. Where this is white's turn, and white can try g4, attacking the bishop. But if we try g4, then we can play bishop at the center and attack like this. So maybe he does not try this. Instead, he's having a better idea. Bishop over here, even knight over here. Alright, so now he's thinking for the move. White's turn, where white is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. We are successfully preparing for castling. We can anytime take this rook to c8 and add an attack, like c5. Okay, so this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move, having 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. We go with knight c3. We choose to castle, planning for rook c8 and this. So white's turn, once again, having 8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. So 8 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock remaining, and white is thinking. Hmm. So he continued with knight to h4. Okay, knight h4 is a very good response, where we choose to take. If we take knight here, he'll eliminate this, he'll eliminate the bishop, he'll eliminate this, he'll eliminate this, he'll eliminate it. So I will have one mana piece down. If I try this, he'll go with this. Okay. So knight over here was a very nice option. So in this position, we'll go with e6. Hi Ganesh, welcome to my channel. So white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Playing this can be the response. If he tries this, bishop goes there, he'll play this. Hmm. So this is a possible variation that I'm talking about. Playing g4. But if we try g4, then we can play knight at the center, where we eliminate. Okay. So knight towards the center, we eliminate it, we eliminate this, elimination, and then eliminate this knight. So the knight goes to the center, making the queen available to attack the knight. Now he can secure this knight. We will eliminate this, and then we will have this mana piece down. But we can try e5 and attack the bishop. So 7 minutes on the clock remaining for white, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. We go with capturing, so we'll choose to eliminate this knight, where if we eliminate this, the position will become neutral. Alright, so 6 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock remaining for white, where he eliminates. We choose to eliminate the knight, such that white thinks for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay, so this is white's turn. Now white is thinking. He can easily capture this pawn, where I will capture it. The rook file will be open. So he eliminates this pawn. We choose to eliminate it back, opening up the rook file, such that he is having a very nice option, that is bishop g3. We'll take the queen e7, such that this is white's turn. White go with this. We'll go with c6, preparing for d5. Okay, so this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. We go with castling, we go with e5. He eliminates, we take it back from the bishop, attacking this and that bishop. So white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. He go with queen p3. So in this position, we take the rook to b8. He can push this pawn, trying to give a check. Where if we push the pawn forward, I can push this. So let's see what he responds. Now white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you're enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Hmm. So white's turn, where white is thinking, having 4 minutes and for 56 seconds on the clock. He go with rook f1, such that we choose to eliminate this pawn, where white also eliminated back. If white eliminates from this pawn, then we can go with this. Okay, but if I try this, okay. So we go with c5, he eliminates, then bishop going to capture that. But still, I think he will accept, because if I accept this, then bishop can eliminate this, create an attack like this. We eliminate this pawn, where he can try pushing the pawn forward like this. So we go with king to h8. Now he can play the queen here, trying to attack this pawn like this, where this is white's turn. Let's see how white responds. White can go with queen here, trying to attack like this. So we can go with rook here and secure. Okay, go with queen over here, attacking these two pieces at the same time. So we respond with rook to f6, giving up this pawn. So now this is white's turn, having 4 minutes on the clock remaining. He go with bishop x4. So in this position, queen comes to e6, attacking the pawn. He can easily capture this rook, where we can eliminate back from the knight, activate this knight. No, eliminate from the bishop, because the knight will be supporting the rook. He eliminates the pawn. We eliminate this pawn. Ultimately, he can go with rook capturing this pawn, trying to figure out for some ideas. So white's turn, having 3 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock remaining. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. So this is white's turn. White eliminates, we eliminated back, where he eliminates this, trying to attack the knight. We go with queen to c2, attacking this rook. Queen check, no. Queen check like this, king goes there, not possible. Hi, playing chess, welcome to my channel. 3 minutes on the clock remaining. Let's see how he responds. Okay, so 2 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock remaining, where he is thinking for the move. Hmm. Alright, so you go with queen b3. Now queen b3 was the response. So queen goes back. to f5. Now let's see what the response. Bishop can go there and attack like this. That's the plan. So white's turn, where white is taking, having 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Let's see what he responds. A4, don't trade. Yes, that's true. It is not a position to trade also. Okay, so 2 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock remaining. You go with queen here, queen c2, attacking these two pieces. Now let's see what he responds. We go with a5 and then we go with bishop capturing f2. Queen eliminates, we eliminate this rook. So this is white's turn. King can come in any of these three options and that's his choice. Let's see how white responds over here. He decides to play queen take f2. We'll choose to eliminate the rook and then go after this pawn. So queen d3. Now the position is equal, but still white is winning this game. You can have queen over here and attack this knight. Okay, you go with bishop c6. Now, if I trap this knight behind, you will go with this, and that will be a checkmate. So, any other options? In this position, there is no more way to protect the knight. So I just go with knight e5. Oh, queen can come here, and that's a mate. Okay. So we look for another game, and this time we are playing as white. We go with e4. So black's turn. With black go with e5. We take knight f3, attacking this pawn. Bishop c4, the Italian game. So we go with knight f6. We take the knight g5, attacking this pawn. He eliminates this pawn. What intelligence! So over here we eliminate this knight. We go with this. Bishop goes to b5. Queen comes out to h5, attacking the pawn. So black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Bishop b4. We go with capturing this pawn, giving check, making the queen to come outside. And he go with bishop e6. We eliminate this pawn, attack towards this. We can even have some responses. First of all, we eliminate this knight. And after he eliminates, we eliminate it back. He can try the bishop here, attacking the queen at this pawn. Alright, so black's turn, where black go with queen take d2. We'll decide to play bishop take d2. Like this is some very unbelievable game. Okay, so white's turn, where white is thinking for the move, and he decides the game. We go with another game where we are playing as black. So white continues with e4. We go with the Caro-Kann defense, preparing for d5 in the upcoming responses, and then attack this bishop also. So white's turn, white eliminates, we eliminate it back, attack the bishop. Where he take bishop b3, we go with a5, preparing for this. Ultimately, white go with a3, we go with knight f6, and then go with e4, e5, controlling the center, along with bishop to d6, preparing for castling. Such that white's turn, white go with knight c3, we go with d4 and attack this knight. Where knight comes to d5, we go with castling. If knight eliminate, queen eliminate back. So we go with bishop here, knight comes out to d7. supporting this. Where this is his turn, we go with e5, preparing for bishop here, attacking the knight. So bishop e7, and we are attacking this knight. Ultimately, white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He eliminates. We choose to eliminate it back. Is that true? That will get it going. Seriously. From where are you reading all those things? Obviously, that's not true. So over here, bishop comes to e7, securing this. Now let's see what he responds. Bishop d2, bishop d5. White eliminates. We eliminate back of the knight. Okay, so 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Now let's see what he responds over here. He go with bishop behind. We'll take it. Bring the queen towards the center. Attack this pawn. He will take the rook to a1, and then we go with e4. If he eliminate, knight will eliminate and attack the bishop. So 8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Well, white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. He captures. We also eliminate it back. So white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. We take the bishop there. We'll go with bishop d6. And if white eliminates, we will eliminate back on the queen, attacking this diagonal. So let's see how white responds over here. White's turn, where white is thinking. He can try rook here, trying to attack the knight. Or you can even have like this responses. Okay, so queen coming here, attacking these two pieces at the same time. So we respond with queen to d5, securing piece. He can play rook here, then we can go with f5. Queen here, trying to offer a trade. Can be a possible variation. So rook e1, f5, queen here. Okay, queen here. Alright, so white turn, and white go with knight here. We go with a4. Knight eliminates this, queen eliminates. We eliminate it back. We eliminate, we go with rook to b8, securing this pawn, making this pawn to be pushed further. So 6 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. We go with rook to c1. We go with this, attacking the knight. Now let's see what white responds over here. We go with knight here. So in this position, rook comes to d6, attacking the knight. Where the knight can jump back there. So white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. We take the knight f4. We choose to play g5, attacking this knight. Now let's see what white responds. White's turn, where white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if we are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. The knight can go back there. We'll go with rook c8. So this is white's turn, where white is thinking, having 6 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock remaining. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds to here. Knight comes here. We go with rook there, attacking these two pieces at the same time. This also. So White's turn. Now he can take the rook there and secure this. Okay. So White's turn. Rook comes to f1. We go with rook f2, give a check. King goes there. Then in this position, rook goes. Rook goes to d2. Now this is White's turn, where White is thinking for the move. We go with this. Knight goes there, give a check. King goes there. Hi Challenger Games, welcome to my channel. Knight e2 check. King goes there. So he eliminates, we eliminated back. And then double up the rooks. Where White's turn, having 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. We go with knight e3. We'll go with rook to d2. We can go with rook here, attack this pawn. Let's see what he responds over here. So White's turn, where White is thinking for the move. We go with knight there. Rook comes here, attacking these two pawns. Now let's see. Okay, White decides the game. Alright. So if you want, you can also challenge me, or the challenges are allowed. And we look for another game. For this time we are playing. So let's see with what pieces we are playing this time. So we are playing as black, where White go with e4, we go with e6, French defense, take d5, attack this, where White go with knight c3, we take it, knight eliminates, knight goes there, such that this is White's turn. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with knight g3, bishop e7, preparing for castling. Let's see how White responds over here. He go with d4, we go with castling. c5, attacking the center, where White's turn. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He eliminates, he does not, so we eliminated. Where White eliminates it from the knight, we go with knight c6 for a knight trade. Now let's see what White responds over here. So this is White's turn, and White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Knight f3, we go with b6 for bishop here. Now let's see what he responds. Castling, we go with bishop b7. Okay, so in this position, I think there is a very nice option where if we take it, knight can come towards the center. Okay, so White's turn. Let's see what White responds. 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. We go with knight e4. We eliminated. He eliminated. We eliminate that bishop also. Okay, so elimination of the bishop from the knight and securing this at the same time. White's turn and White is thinking for the move. Let's see how White responds over here. In the meantime, if you're enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. Queen c2. We go with f5, securing this knight. So White is having 8 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. We go with knight e4. We'll play bishop d5, securing this pawn. White's turn. White is having 7 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Let's see how White responds over here. He got c4. We choose to eliminate this. Eliminate it, then we can eliminate the rook. So queen takes, we take it back. Bishop take, knight goes there, attack these two pieces. Ultimately, bishop can eliminate this pawn, trying to give a check, where white can buy some time. So king comes to h8, and then rook can come here, attacking this. So knight goes to c4, and that was a nice sacrifice. Rook comes here, attacking the knight. So knight comes here. Okay, so we'll change this game.